Hey, what's up, team? I hope everyone's doing well. You guys have probably seen this floating around. This is the budget Primus. As you can see, he is super duper small. And I got a bit of a weird story with this guy. But first, let me just kind of show you the box. For what it's worth, man, it's pretty cool, dude. He is tiny, tiny, and he turns into this like globe thing over here. And he's what you would expect for the price point. And so let me pop this guy open. And here's the story. I am going to refrain from naming names because it could be a misunderstanding, and so assuming that it might, I will not provide this person's name. But somebody reached out to me, and they wanted me to review this toy. This is someone who does not sponsor me, but yeah, they wanted to sponsor me for this particular review, and they wanted to send me this particular toy. And by the way, he comes with this shield that's also this stand. On the underside, you can see that there's a little bit of overspray on this gray plastic underneath. And then this bit over here is this underslung. I mean, it's really the stand, the arm for the globe, but in robot mode, it's supposed to be some type of, I don't know, something. But yeah. So and I'll show you both, and I'll equip both of these on Primus right now. He for what it's worth, he's a good looking bot. I was like he's a good looking bot. It is extremely basic. Very, very, very basic. But he does feel like a very, very simplified version of the Primuses that we've seen from like Hasbro and stuff. And so this you can either have right here like that, but the image that they show has it underslung like this. And I do think that works a little bit better. It almost looks like some type of upside down scythe or something like that, right? And that's not horrible, but sorry. I know I keep interrupting myself. Hey, really quick with the commercial break from our sponsor, TF Safari, tfsafari.com. Check them out for all of your mecha needs from first, second, third, fourth party. They also do upgrades as well. You're not going to find a lot of sites that cater to different tastes and needs. tfsafari.com, and if you do go there, utilize the codes that you see on the top right corner of the screen and save yourself a little bit of change, main. They are a very reliable vendor. They are out of China. They ship to you in about 2 weeks, super sturdy boxes, and yeah, tfsafari.com. Can't say enough nice things about them, and so thank you so much, TF Safari, for sponsoring this video. But oh, and this has a fold out post. I think it would have been probably easier just to make it a port and it would have fit in there. But I don't know, man. But here you go. Here you have the shield and you have the little Reaper thing. You know those things that they use to like harvest barley? That's what it kind of looks like, right? Sorry, let me put this to the side. And but he's cool, man. He's cool. Looks nice. The paint is done well. Very, very, very vibrant all throughout. The gold trim. And, he has a little insignia over here. I never noticed that, actually, BR247L. And yeah, there's lots of great detail and lots of good paint, speckled throughout. Oh, is this? It says Mach, then Macon. Never noticed that, actually. Now I'm seeing all of this stuff. That's so weird, dude. I was going over the pre-game, so to speak, the preparation for this video, and I did not notice any of this stuff, but my bad. Yeah, I totally lost track of the story that I was trying to tell, as I'm going to prepare him for transformation. But yeah, I got reached out by this individual, and they were like, "Hey, we'd like to sponsor you, sponsor like get a paid review from you, you know." And I was like, okay. I was like, I do have to check with TF Safari, because TF Safari, if you guys don't know, is my primary sponsor. And so typically, if this is something that they're going to carry on their side, I won't accept it as a promotional gift or get paid to do it or whatever. You know, this is because my loyalty is with TF Safari first and foremost. You know, I mean, they treat me really, really well. And yeah, they're good folks over there. And so anyway, so this individual reaches out to me, and I'm in the middle of negotiation. And so I was like, so how do you want me to do this? And they're like, oh yeah, you, let's see, how do I anonymize that? Well, basically they're like, yeah, you go to my store, and then they're like, you buy it. And then they're like, after you buy it, you let me know, you like put in the notes or something, in the PayPal notes, your influencer name, and then I'll refund you the purchase. And I was like, bruh, wouldn't it just make sense for you, for me to just give you an address and you can just ship it to me? Because that sounds way easier. And they were like, no, just do it like this. And they're giving me all these instructions on how to do it. And I was like, bro, I don't think that's going to fly, man. I was like, and also it sounds really weird that I'm having to do all this payment up front. I was like, it generally doesn't work like that. And that individual and I, we were kind of going back and forth. And nothing manifested. Yeah. And then ultimately TF Safari ended up carrying it. So I'm glad that I didn't end up doing that. Because by the time they got back to me, because they're extremely busy, you know, and by the time they got back to me, like, you know, I was already done communicating with this individual. But I don't know, man, that just struck me as kind of bizarre. I'm not saying that that individual was up to shenanigans or anything like that, but you know what I mean? Doesn't that just sound weird? Like, if you have a shop and you have access to this, why not just work out the terms of the business deal with me? And by the way, I do have a little bit of difficulty. It will snap all in place once you get everything done, but yeah, I don't know, man. I have a little bit of difficulty in getting everything to line up exactly as how I would like it. Just like the larger Primuses and Unicrons and stuff like that. On this bit over here, the waist will come untabbed, and then I mean, you don't really need the manual to figure out how to do this. I mean, just a couple of things here and there, but yeah, I mean, you're just creating the globe, the hemispheres, and it almost transforms like those. You guys seen those sports ball transformers? Those really cheap ones from AliExpress that turn into a football, basketball, and stuff like that. It almost feels like that. And one thing I will say with regard to its quote unquote quality and stuff, after the first transformation, it's gotten really loose, dude. Way looser than, like, when I got it, it was too tight. And after I ran through the first transformation, it started getting not too loose, but definitely started getting a little bit looser. And there's a couple of things like this. You know what I mean? The asymmetry. Why didn't they paint this? Why didn't they paint this? I mean, I get it. It's a little bit different, but like, that would have just, I think, looked better. Is fine. This is all yellow, then make this all blue. If this is yellow, this is red, maybe make this, I don't know, another color or something like that. But yeah, you can see the trim has gone over here as well. So there's just little things like that. It definitely could have been a few shades higher quality had they paid a little bit more attention to it. And also the fact that it doesn't use ratchets. It's only on frictions. So over time, if you're really kind of fiddling with this and messing around with this transformation, it's gonna get loose on you. And why can I not form this ball right now? Oh, okay. I just need to scrunch it down. There you go. There you go. I mean, it does what it's supposed to do. You just got to line everything up right. And then there are corresponding tabs and slots. It's not a bad toy. It's just, yeah, it's just, and I would certainly get a Unicron just to have them as cool little desk toys and miniature versions of their grandiose selves. I promise you this does, it all does line up like this. I'm just, I don't know, having a lot of difficulty in getting it to line up though. Can I do this off camera? Sure, give me a second, okay? All right, that took way longer than I would like to admit. And I still can't get this to, I've gone through this several times already and I've undone it, but, oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, that's the best that I can get it to. I just wish, I don't know, man. It does do a better job, and it can do a better job. So I'm not really sure what I'm getting wrong, because I did have it close up on me a little bit more convincingly the first time I ran through the transformation. See, there's always like a part that's going to pop out, but whatever, dude. And then you just do that, and then you pop on this, and it looks like those old school globes that you used to have in like grade school, right? Or maybe you didn't, but I did. Yeah, okay, man, whatever, dude, you get the picture. But it does close up, but for some reason I don't know, man. I can't quite get something wrong. I'm not blaming the toy. I'm 100% blaming myself on this one. But it is a very, very, very basic toy. There isn't anything particularly fancy about it, but it is very cool in that it is Primus, a tiny miniaturized globe of a Primus, and I'd be keen to see if they're going to do a Unicron. I would very much like to see that. Like I said, the parts are all on frictions. It would have been nice if there was some more ratchets, and perhaps that would have helped guide some of the limbs exactly where they would want you to go, versus you just kind of having to like figure it out. And perhaps for the sake of longevity, that would provide a sturdier toy and like stronger joints. But yeah, like I said, as I've gone through several transformations, it has gotten a lot looser. And every time I go through a transformation, now when I put this back in robot mode, it's definitely going to be loose. And so, yeah, just be cognizant of that. But at the same time, the price point is pretty low. And for what it is, I don't think it's that bad. I actually do not. And so it's a fun little, gimmick toy to have on your desk just to kind of mess around with. And if you're a Primus fan or you're a Planetformer fan, definitely this is something that you're going to want to pick up. And if you do, check out tfsafari.com and utilize the codes that you see on the top right-hand corner of your screen, and they'll know that Orange sent you. And so, yeah, I do appreciate it. This one's been a fast one. And going back to that story, I don't know. I don't think they were up to any type of shenanigans, but it's just a weird way of doing business. I would not have done things like that. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will talk to y'all another time. Bye.